Knowledge, the fabric of the cosmos, the power that binds the 9 realms. Most gods, in their arrogance, seek power. They seek glory in battle. But one god, one king, sought only wisdom. He sought the why. His name was Odin, the All-Father, King of Asgard, and he knew that wisdom demands a price. This is the story of a god who saw the end of the world coming and was willing to sacrifice everything, even himself, to try and stop it. In the beginning, there was a golden age. The gods of Asgard lived in bliss, but the All-Father, Odin, found no peace. He sat on his high throne, and he worried.
He was the god of poetry, of war, but above all, he was the god of anxiety.
Every morning, he sent his 2 ravens, Hugin and Munin, thought and memory. And every night, they returned and whispered what they had learned into his ear.
I fear for thought, he would say, but I fear more for memory.
Yes, he knew the golden age was fragile. He knew his power was not absolute. He knew the gods were
He could feel a shadow approaching, a final, terrible winter, an end. But his knowledge was incomplete. He needed more. He needed prophecy. He would not wait for the end. He would ride to meet it.
He would seek the one being who knew the end of all things.
Oh. He rages of the Völva. He was the god of the hanged, the god of the dead. He would not ask, he would compel.
He performed his darkest magic, a ritual of necromancy to wake the ancient dead.
The earth trembled, and the spirit of the Völva rose, her voice like dust.
Who are you? Who wakes me from my long sleep? Who dares wake me? Why do you drag me back?
I am the All-Father. I seek knowledge. Tell me, what is the fate of the gods? The seeress looked, and she saw. And what she saw was fire. I see a winter that never ends. 3 years of ice. Brother will kill brother. I see the great wolf. I see the Bifrost Bridge shattering. The fire giant, Surtur.
And then, Odin, I see you.
You will ride, brave, to meet your doom. You will fight the great wolf. And the great wolf will swallow you.
Odin staggered back. His own terrible fate.
I see your mighty son, Thor, victorious and then dead, poisoned. I see the world consumed by fire. I see it sink beneath the waves. The Völva faded, her terrible work done. Odin was left alone, shaking. He had his knowledge. He had his prophecy. He knew what was coming.
but he did not know how to stop it.
His ravens, his spies, they were not enough. He needed the wisdom of the source.
He knew where he had to go. To the root of Yggdrasil. To the oldest place in all creation. If I am to fight this fate, I must see everything. I need the wisdom of Mimir. He rode for days to the land of the giants, following the great route. And there, he found it. The Well of Mimir.
It was not a well of water. It was the well of knowledge. It held the memory of the past, the truth of the present.
And it was guarded by the Ancient One, Mimir, the Wise. Mimir's ancient eyes opened. I know who you are, Odin, and I know what you seek. Odin stood before him. I must drink. I will pay any price.
Mimir smiled. The knowledge of this well is not cheap. It does not accept gold. It does not accept power.
It demands a sacrifice. A sacrifice of that which is most dear to you.
Mimir looked at the god's two piercing eyes, the eyes that see all the 9 realms.
You are the god of sight. And the price for true sight, the price for this knowledge, All-Father. A Dirpingdiek is one of your eyes. A dead silence. Odin froze. His eye.
He looked at the well. He thought of the Völva's prophecy. He thought of Fenrir. He thought of his sons, dead.
What good is sight if the world it sees turns to ash? He made his choice. He did not hesitate. He did not ask Mimir. He would pay the price himself.
He reached up, his fingers trembling, to his own face. And with his own hand, he gouged his eye from his head.
And he dropped it into the well. The eye sank. The sacrifice was accepted. Mimir dipped his horn into the well.
Drink, old father. Odin, in his agony, took the horn.
And he drank. And his mind exploded. He saw the beginning. He saw the threads of fate. He saw the why. He had gained wisdom.
He returned to Asgard, changed. He was wiser. He was sadder.
He knew the past, but he still did not know the future. He still needed the runes.
He had returned. The All-Father, now the One-Eyed. He saw the past. He understood the why. But his new wisdom was a curse. He looked at his laughing sons and saw only their deaths. He looked at the prophecy. He now understood it, but he was still powerless to change it.
Wisdom is not enough, he whispered to his ravens. Wisdom is passive. I need power.
He needed a different kind of knowledge. Not the memory of the past, but the magic that shapes the future. He traveled to the second well, the Well of Urd. Here, at the center of all things, sat the three Norns, the Faiths.
Sisters of fate, you weave the threads. I must know how.
You cannot change what is woven, All-Father. Not even you.
You cannot change the weave, Odin. Only read it.
Frustrated, Odin looked past them, into the well itself. And he saw them.
Twisting in the deep water, the runes.
Not just an alphabet. They were the secrets of creation itself. The raw magic that built the 9 realms.
The runes. With them I could carve my own fate. Give them to me. I will pay any price.
The Norns looked up, amused. We cannot give what is not ours, Odin.
The runes are not given. They do not care for gold or eyes. The runes are not given.
How? How are they taken?
Wisdom is bought with a part of you, Odin.
But the runes, they demand a higher price. They demand a death.
Whose?
A sacrifice, they whispered, of a god.
To a god.
Odin looked up at the great tree. He understood the riddle. To gain the magic of the runes, he would have to sacrifice himself to himself. He returned to Asgard, his mind set. He walked past his throne, past his feasting gods.
He took no food. He took no water. He took no companions.
He stood before the great tree. He took his own spear, Gungnir.
And he wounded himself. A deep, agonizing, sacrificial wound. As he bled, he fastened a noose. He threw it over the highest branch.
He kicked away the stone. And he hung.
The king of the gods, hanging from the world tree, a sacrifice of himself to himself.
For 9 days, and for 9 long nights, he hung.
The first day, he was a god, defiant.
The 5th day, he was delirious, his body racked with pain.
The 7th day, he was dying. He was no longer a god. He was just meat, hanging from a tree.
He was trapped, hanging between life and death. And in that space, that twilight of the soul,
his vision cleared. He peered down, past the roots of the tree, into the Well of Urd. And there they were, the runes, no longer hidden. They were shining for him.
They had accepted his sacrifice. They revealed themselves.
The secrets of creation, the magic of fire, of ice, of binding, of unbinding. With his last breath, his body broken, his spirit soaring, Odin
screamed. He seized the runes. He took them. He learned them.
And in that moment of ultimate knowledge, the rope snapped.
He fell from the tree, a broken, dead god, crashing to the earth.
He lay, unmoving. The sacrifice was complete. But the tree, Yggdrasil, accepted his offering, and it gave him a gift in return.
His eye snapped open. It was glowing with a new, terrible power.
He stood. His wounds were gone. He was no longer just the god of wisdom.
He was now the Galdraföður, the father of magic, the master of the runes. He now had the wisdom to see the path, and the magic to carve a new one. He returned to his throne. The feasting stopped. He did not celebrate. He began to work. His long, desperate, millennia-long chess game. I have wisdom. I have magic. But I still need warriors.
He looked down on Midgard. He saw the brave, foolish mortals dying in their pointless battles.
Such a waste. To die and be forgotten.
He had a new plan. He summoned the Valkyries.
Your purpose is changed. Go to the battlefields. Find the bravest.
Do not take them to hell. Bring them to me.
The Valkyrie rode. She found a dying hero.
He opened his eyes. He was no longer on a bloody field. He was in a vast, golden hall.
Valhalla. The Hall of the Slain.
Inside, he was healed. He was given a horn of mead. He was surrounded by the greatest warriors of all time.
Welcome, Einherjar.
What is this place? Is this my reward?
What is this? The warrior asked. Is this heaven? This is not a reward. It is a recruitment. Odin's plan was simple. You will feast by night. And you will fight by day. You will train. You will become the greatest army in all creation. You will die every dusk, and be reborn every dawn.
Odin's one eye looked past him, into the future.
You are training for the final day.
You are training for a day I have foreseen.
You are training for Ragnarok.
He had sacrificed his eye for what is. He had sacrificed his life for the power to act. But he still lacked one thing: the inspiration. The story of this final quest begins, as all things do, with the gods. From their combined breath, the gods created a new being. His name was Kvasir, the wisest man who ever lived. There was no question he could not answer, no poem he could not recite. He was the spirit of knowledge itself. But his wisdom drew the attention of two greedy, wicked dwarves, Fjalar and Galar.
They ambushed the wise man. They murdered him. And they drained his blood into 3 great vats.
They mixed his divine blood with honey. and in doing so, they created the Mead of Poetry. A single sip of this mead, it was said, could turn any fool into the world's greatest poet and scholar.
But the dwarves' evil caught up to them. They were captured by the giant, Suttungr.
To save their lives, they traded the only thing they had, the 3 vats of the sacred mead. Suttungr, knowing its power, took the mead. He hid it deep within a mountain called Hnitbjörg, and he set one guardian to watch it. His own daughter, the giantess, Gunnlöð. Back in Asgard, Hugin and Munin whispered this new secret to Odin. The All-Father's quest was not over.
He set out again. Not as a god, but in disguise.
He arrived at the farm of Suttungr's brother, Baugi. 9 servants were mowing a field, their scythes dull.
Odin offered to sharpen them. His magic whetstone made them impossibly sharp.
The servants all begged to buy it.
Catch! Fine! My harvest is ruined. I can offer you a solution.
I will do the work of all 9 men, all summer. I will save your harvest.
My price is one eye glinted, is one single sip of your brother's famous mead.
Baugi, desperate, agreed. Odin worked all summer, a god in disguise, and saved the farm.
My payment.
No. Not one drop.
Odin turned to Baugi. A deal is a deal. You will help me.
Narration. He gave the giant an auger. Drill.
Baugi drilled. Odin blew into the hole, and the dust blew back. The giant was lying.
Drill through!
The giant drilled again. This time, the dust flew in. The hole was made. Instantly, Odin shapeshifted into a snake.
He slithered into the darkness, just as the terrified Baugi tried to stab him.
He emerged inside the mountain. There, alone, sat the giantess Gunnlöð.
The snake transformed, not into the old worker, but into a beautiful, charming, powerful god.
Gunnlöð, who had been alone for decades, was starstruck.
Narration. He seduced her. He sacrificed his eye for wisdom. He sacrificed his life.
For 3 nights, he stayed with the giantess. For 3 nights, he was her lover.
On the 3rd morning, Gunnlöð, hopelessly in love, looked at her god. What can I give you?
The price, my love. 3 nights. For 3 sips.
Her heart broke, but she agreed. She uncovered the first great vat.
Odin took his first sip and drained the entire vat in a single gulp.
Before she could speak, he moved to the 2nd vat and drained it.
Forgive me. And he transformed.
Into a great eagle.
He burst from the mountain and flew, his belly heavy with the mead, racing for Asgard.
Suttungr, hearing his daughter's scream, saw the eagle. He knew. He too transformed into an eagle.
And the great chase began. The giant eagle gaining on the god.
He has it! Prepare the vats.
Odin crossed the wall, Suttungur's beak snapping at his tail feathers. He swooped and regurgitated the pure, sacred mead into the waiting vats.
But in his panic, as Suttungur lunged, Odin expelled the last few drops.
Backward. The gods drove Suttungur back. The mead was safe.
This is the mead of true poetry, the gift of the gods.
And the drops that fell backward? That is the share of the bad poets, the poet apes.
The quest was complete. Odin, the All-Father, was now whole.
He had paid his eye for wisdom. He had paid his life for magic.
And he had paid his honor for inspiration.
He was the wisest, most powerful, and most driven of all the gods. He had sacrificed everything. And now, he was finally ready